As if getting with a white man wasn't enough for these black women who are divestors, these black women who look outside their community for love. They're becoming degenerates just like the men they are with. This black woman and this white man had a child together, and they killed that child, and now that child was only 8 weeks old. Now, Kid Organic talked about this. Red Supreme talked about the case with the white man that murdered his black girlfriend's son by beating him to death. I didn't talk about it, but I heard about it. But this is just another further example of how degenerate, how fucked up these relationships are, and they only get worse as they go on. An 8-week-old girl named Amina Faye Johnson, she died at the hands of those who were supposed to protect her. Her mother here, and this man, her father, okay? Both a bunch of degenerate fucks who deserve to have the jail buried on top of their sorry asses for killing this little girl. I'm going to show you the little girl's face. It's so cute, but it's so much of a shame that she died. Now, I don't like interracial relationships. I've already told you that. I don't care if it's black men with non-black women or not, or black women with non-black men. But the kids don't ask to be brought into this world. The children do not ask to be brought into this world. They're the ones who are innocent in all this. And like I've told you before, these bastards will murder their own children, and they'll murder their wives as well. In this case, the bitch is just as much of a degenerate as the man that she's with. And they both abuse this 8-week-old child. Probably didn't even want the damn kid, okay? And now the little girl is dead. Fucked up. Now these fuckers' names are Benjamin O'Shea and Naomi Johnson. Two pieces of shit that deserve YouTube. Oh man, if you didn't have your fucking policy, I swear to God, I would say what I want to say. They deserve to be put under the jail. They deserve to get everything that's coming to them. Everything that's coming to them. But with those swirling bitches, those... I'll try to be nice. Will those divestors and those swirlers talk about shit like this? No, they won't. They won't. They'll try to find a way to blame it on a black man. Well, she couldn't find a black man, so she wound up getting this degenerate. It ain't no black man's fault what happened to that kid, except for these two motherfuckers right here. Ain't no black man's fault at all. I don't want to fucking hear it. And I'm tired of these bitches always blaming black men for something that a white man does. When the white man does something, you blame that motherfucker for it. That's what you do. And blame this bitch too, because she's involved with it too. The child came of her own stomach. She gave birth to this child and treated this child like shit. 8 weeks. The kid didn't even get to fucking live a year. And they fucking abused this child and killed it. This ain't the black man's fault. This is another example of swirling going wrong, but now the baby pays for it instead of the woman. Well, the woman's gonna pay too, because both of these motherfuckers are going to jail. But the thing that really sucks about this shit is that each of them only got 8 years and 8 months for killing a child. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but as far as I'm concerned, when you take a life, you deserve to spend the rest of your life in jail if you don't get the death penalty. 8 fucking years they can get out so they can have another fucking kid and then kill that one too? I think this happened in London. I'm not even sure. I think it did, but oh man, this is just... You know these bitches ain't gonna talk about it. They ain't gonna talk about it at all. You divestors are sick motherfuckers. You're just as sick as these two right here. And you're sick in the sense that you always say that black men are murdering black women. And I will not, dispute that that does happen, that black men have murdered black women. Yes, it has happened. But like I have said numerous times and other men have said, and I'm not a manosphere guy, I'm just a regular guy talking about shit like this. They have also shown you that there are white men that have murdered black women, that have murdered their own children. You don't ever fucking talk about it. You don't give a fuck about black women. You don't give a fuck about black children. Obviously, because you said abort black male babies. I mean, you probably care about... But then again, this was a biracial child. So why would they give a fuck, right? Why would they care? But then again, if you want to be involved with a man who's not black, you're going to have a biracial child of your own, so it really should hurt you. It really should make you feel something. See, one thing about me is I may not like this shit. I may not like this particular union. I don't hate people, but I got empathy. I got empathy. I do. You look at this kid right here, and this is how a child looks when a child is born. They are happy because they have just been born. They're discovering the world. They're learning new things. They don't expect anybody to hurt them. They don't even know what pain is at first because they're just being born. This little girl didn't ask to be born. She didn't ask for anybody to hurt her. She didn't ask to be here, period. These two fucking ass clowns right here got together and had her, okay? And instead of showing her love like you're supposed to show your child and taking care and protecting their child, they fucking killed their child. And this is why I say that swirlers and divestors, let me rephrase that. I'm going to say this. There are some swirlers and divestors ain't shit. Some of the swirlers out there, I can give you a little bit of credit because not all of you are fucked up. But for the most of you out there, swirlers and divestors that have this hatred in your heart for black men, this ain't a black man's fault. This is that white man's fault and that black woman's fault. She was just as involved in it as this man right here. And you heard the other story about the other black woman that allowed her children to be beaten by her white boyfriend. And one of them got their jaw broken. Red Supreme talked about it. And the other one wound up dead and was in that apartment for over a year or two with his other siblings in there. And she allowed this to happen. Swirlers and divestors don't give a fuck about black women because when they get killed by a white man, they don't talk about it. Swirlers and divestors don't give a shit about children who are murdered by those same said men who are with those black women. When those black women get murdered, as well as their offspring with that white man, they don't talk about this shit at all. They'll always somehow, some way, deflect the blame to a black man who has nothing to do with this fucking relationship because that woman chose a white man, not a black man. It's not the black man's fault when she's in a relationship with that guy. When she's in a relationship with the white man or the non-black man, whether he be Asian, Arab, whatever, Hispanic, whatever, that is that man that she's with. Anything that happens to her, anything that happens in that relationship is him and her. It ain't no black man's business no more because she didn't get with a black man. They did this to this child and they're going to pay for it, but they should get way more time for what they fucking did. I don't like to do stories about children that get murdered. It hurts me. It really does. I don't give a damn if the little kid is biracial. I don't give a fuck. It's a child. And this shit is fucked up. And the fact that you fuckers over there in this swirltopia and divestment movement don't talk about shit like this shows just how much you lie to the people that listen to you. And the people that listen to you are fucking stupid and brainless and are weak because they listen to people that tell them lies about a relationship that won't work. You never talk about the dangers. You only talk about the fairy tales that don't come true, but you never talk about cases like this. Don't talk about Alizé, who I've talked about on my own fucking channel, who was decapitated by her Dutch husband. Also, he killed their 5 or 6 year, was it 6 years or 10? I don't give a damn. She was a little girl. He killed their child together. Killed the mother and the damn kid. And then that other white man, don't remember his name, he killed his 14-year-old biracial daughter and had sex with her corpse. Okay, they don't want to talk about the degeneracy of these men because these men are supposed to made to be looking good in the eyes of black women as a catch. Okay, but it's the black man that's always going to be demonized. It's the black man that's always going to be the criminal. It's the black man that's the biggest threat to your fucking existence. No, it's not. It ain't. These men are just, if not more, dangerous. I'm fucking done. God bless that little kid. I hope she lives a full life in heaven. It's a fucking shame.